everybody, welcome to episode number 49 of the Keep Up Podcast.
Or episode number 37 of the Keep Up Vodcast.
Depends on your viewing or listening habits.
See, I don't need to accelerate my voice to higher qualities like Brett does. Because if you're watching this with the video, you're like, oh man, my eyes are being treated. I don't need my ears.
Yeah, this time, because the quality is decent.
You know what, Brett?
No,
we
what,
We don't talk about...
We don't taco about.
You know what? I'm going to Taco Bell Friday.
Oh, don't even... We're doing a whole food section on Taco Bell.
A whole food bed. Okay.
I'm gonna use the transition, and we're gonna taco about Taco Bell.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
That was lovely. So how are you?
I'm sleepy.
Why are you sleepy, Brett?
Because, Tim, my entire life has changed.
Oh, yeah. So your transition into becoming a cockroach has started.
Yes.
And how's that going?
There's just so many legs.
That is certainly an issue to deal with.
Dude, the kids were watching Turtles the other day.
Okay.
The newer one.
Uh-huh.
And have you seen the episode with the fungus that makes them all hallucinate their worst fears?
No, but you told me about this one where
dude,
it's horrifying.
It's so good. Yeah, it's super creepy. And because Casey Jones's fear is rats, and then Raph's fear is cockroaches, and it's insane. Dude.
Are there
it's
rats
so crazy.
riding cockroaches?
No, but there's some really creepy sequences. Like there's one where Mikey's head falls off and he shoots cockroaches out at Raph.
Oh.
Dude, it's insane.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, and he sees all of his brothers as cockroaches. So that's what it just reminded me of.
That's how I see you.
Yeah.
Rough. That was offensive.
No, Raph.
Oh, okay. That's what I am secretly.
Yeah, so I moved.
Yes. And so did I.
You did. Yes, you have relocated.
Yes.
It's miraculous.
It is. So for you audio listeners, you are now in my bedroom.
Yeah.
And, so there's bookshelves over there.
Yeah.
There's a bed over there.
Mm-hmm.
And, you guys can just use your imagination. Just
but
imagine.
let me feed your imagination a little bit.
Uh-huh.
You have a framed Spirited Away poster.
I sure do.
A framed Laser Team poster.
I sure do.
That's it.
There's
There's nothing else in here.
It's two bookshelves, a bed, two posters.
That's it.
And
it's actually so much more than that.
There's a lot to it.
How are you enjoying this room that I left you?
I am so happy you left.
Yeah.
No, well, because my room before was for the past 8 years, I've always had small rooms.
Yeah.
And as a collector, that hurts.
It's painful.
Because I am greedy and want everything in the world.
Yep.
And if I don't have room to display everything I have...
What's the point?
Exactly.
It's just...
But now I have too much room.
Which is amazing. And I got to say, there's a lot to say about empty space, A lot to be said about empty space, because now your shelves aren't full.
Yes.
So it just highlights the goodness.
Yes. Exactly. People have more time to appreciate what's there and not what's missing.
They're like, look at that empty space. Never mind. Look at that awesomeness. Right? Is how I see it.
You know, it was really hard deciding what poster I would use for that.
Did you already have that?
The poster?
Yeah.
No.
I would have gone
Princess Mononoke?
Mononoke for sure.
Oh, yes. Spirited Away is very special to me because that was the first anime I've ever watched
the poster with the wolf and the...
I know, it's amazing. And there's actually a really, really awesome, I think it's German poster of Spirited Away.
Yeah.
And it's just beautiful. It's got the dragons on it and stuff. But the name of the movie is Chihiro's Adventure or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted it to say Spirited Away and not...
Yeah.
But the poster is really cool. But I had such a hard time figuring out, what movie do I want to, show off?
Yeah.
Could it be my favorite movie? Because I could go, Dark Knight. I could go, Avengers, simple like that. Or, I don't know, a little more special in my heart. But So that's why I picked Spirited
I like
Away.
what you went with.
I like what
I like what you went with. I like what blah blah.
So what would you pick? It doesn't have to be anime, just in general.
Well, that's easy.
Yeah.
Turtles, 1990.
Oh.
The Turtles. And that original movie poster with the four of them. You can just see their masks coming out of the sewer.
Oh, that one's really cool.
So cool.
So you don't want the what the DVD looks like or the Blu-ray like that?
No, I'd want that because that was like the theater poster. Like that's what you.
I wonder
see.
how much that goes for online. Like
Dude,
if you
I don't
got an
even know.
original.
Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, I'm sure they're out there. It's one of those franchises that has those crazies like me that have that stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, I found that skateboard. I mean, if I could find that, I could probably find a poster.
I know. Imagine how long that skateboard waited to be taken by someone
be
who
loved.
cares. Yeah.
Well, whoever had it before me must have loved it because that thing is in great shape. And I don't even know if you can find a picture to put up on the podcast, but anyone who's listening, there is this skateboard. And it's so funny. I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast before or not, but just briefly, I had vague memories of this Ninja Turtles skateboard existing. I wasn't even sure it existed.
Did you ever have it?
No.
Okay,
For
so-
sure not. I just remember, I say for sure. I guess there's a chance I had it, but I don't think so. And I just remember it had Raphael on it. And I was like, I think this exists. So I started looking it up and I found the exact board, but it was just like a picture on Google Images. It didn't actually exist anywhere. And then like a year later, it showed up on eBay and I got it for $50. Dude, actually, remember when it came in, I was horrified because the package was destroyed.
Oh my God, it was in the worst
You
shape.
sent me a text of the picture.
I think I said, I hope this isn't your skateboard or something.
Yeah,
where I was like, oh my.
oh no. And
Yeah,
then we
yeah.
opened it, and it was amazing shape. And for context, the thing's older than me. It came out the same year as me.
Which is crazy. So that
Came out the same year as me.
it's Brett, your arrival on this planet it's like a movie. It's like
I like documenting my birth, like the release of like a special edition
the
action
release
figure or
of
something.
Brett Edith.
The year Brett came out, also the year of that skateboard's release. Anyways, I found it. It's awesome. It's in my collection. That's probably the poster I'd go with.
The skateboard?
The Turtles.
Oh.
Although I will say I think I have a theater-sized poster from the Avengers, and I know I have one from Civil War. So those would be dope to frame next to each other.
I found Avengers over there soaked. Soaked and destroyed. I threw it out. Upsetting, I know, I'm sorry. A bunch of my posters were wrapped up in there too. My heart was broken. My Luke Crate Han Solo, but not Wonder Woman. She's good. I'm sorry. I don't know where Civil War is, at least. Is it better to not know? He's going to start crying, folks. In the arms of the angels. I broke his heart. Well, to continue on with the Tim podcast, I feel like feet are more important than we think.
Just recently that happened?
Yeah. Yeah, oh man, it was flooding all over the basement.
I'm gone a week.
Yeah.
And it's pandemonium
You're the
here.
one who was like, oh, let's leave it on the floor so the rats can eat it.
I don't even know where it was.
I don't either.
That sucks.
It was over the, like, visually no one knows where this is, but over there by all the boxes.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably find another Avengers poster.
Yeah, that poster right there, $15.
That one? The Spirited Away one?
Took less than a week to get here.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm thinking posters are cheap, but the frames are expensive.
It's the frames, man.
That's where they get you.
It's the frames. Faux show.
So,
Yeah.
away from that sadness, do you have anything in TV?
There is one thing that I could talk about briefly.
Uh-huh.
Do you have stuff in TV?
I think it falls in that category.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Okay.
All right. So, do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
You go first.
I'll go first. So I've barely been able to engage in any media intake other than podcasts because I've been listening to podcasts at work a lot. So we moved in with some of our friends, and their family gave them a really small TV just for now because we have no TVs in the new house. which is sad. I know.
That is. I know.
It's
How do you
all-
move into a new house without a TV?
Dude, we have no couches. We have no dining room table. My kids have literally been eating off of boxes, which is hilarious.
That's fine. You don't have a TV.
I don't have a TV. I know. I know.
You can eat on boxes your whole life,
Yeah.
but if you don't have a TV, it's like,
Right.
what's the point?
It would actually be kind of funny to have like a killer like 70-inch TV and we just eat off of boxes forever.
I would pick that, I think. I'm sick.
I'd take
but
that.
yeah.
I'm usually standing up when I'm eating anyways.
Yeah. Saves time, digest quicker. You know.
Exactly. And then you can go play video games.
Yeah.
I'm actually probably going to go home tonight and set up my consoles with no TV.
With no TV. You're just going to have the wires and try to
Just
plug
ready.
them. Yeah. Just plug them into the air.
I'm going to tape them to the wall and just in the order that I need to plug them in.
Exactly. And you'll be like, okay, I know how to do this. Oh,
So
that's rough.
because we have this little TV, which actually has a DVD player built into the side of it.
Oh, that's cool.
It is cool. I don't actually think I've ever seen one of those.
Is it HD or standard definition?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But I introduced the kids the other day to Justice League Unlimited. Have you ever watched Justice League Unlimited?
I've watched Justice League,
yeah.
not Unlimited.
It's like...
Yeah, it's like the continuation
Yeah.
of. I just never finished Justice League, so.
So it's so good.
It's so good. Are those episodes two-parters like the Justice League, or are they each 30 minutes? Like, so the original Justice League series was
Yeah.
every episode was an hour long, but it was split into two 30-minute parts.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so like 1 week you get part one, and then next week you got part two.
Okay. Everyone was like that?
Everyone.
Huh.
Sometimes they're even three-parters, which was weird, but...
Yeah, no, these seem to be individual 30-minute episodes. Maybe there's a few to be continueds in there.
Yeah.
But I haven't been sitting down and watching them too much. I did today. I sat down, and they were watching it tonight. They've been asking to watch it. And it's so dope because Simi's like super stoked on Supergirl and Wonder Woman being in it.
Oh, yeah, who's the team? What's the team?
So who I have seen for sure, Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Supergirl, The Flash, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, but it's
Jon Stewart?
Yes,
Okay.
Jon Stewart.
He was in Justice League as well. So.
Yeah, and who else?
So I was just curious who the new people were, because there's Martian Manhunter, Hawkgirl in the original Justice League.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen them show up yet in
Okay.
Unlimited. Wildcat. He's like the guy with he's got the little puffy cat face.
Yes, because that
I think it's Wildcat. I think that's his name. Have you not seen Wildcat?
I don't think so, or I can't visualize them right now. But
Yeah, I mean, you probably wouldn't be able to.
But are they like regulars? Like you see them generally every week or every episode or every other or something?
I mean, they exist, is all. So this is Wildcat.
Huh. I guess I kind of know him.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, I
No.
don't really.
Yeah, he's, the dude with the face.
Yeah, but he shows up, and also, who else? There's another one. There's a guy that's on the disc. Is
Lobo?
Aquaman.
Oh. How would you... Poor
Shows up.
Aquaman always gets forgotten.
I just haven't seen him much. I've been just walking through and seeing them watch it.
Wait, is he like sexy Aquaman?
I think he's long hair like Thor Aquaman.
Yeah, so sexy Aquaman.
Thorquaman.
Speaking of, do you see Thor Ragnarok?
Yes,
Oh my
today.
god.
Holy Christmas.
Should we wait for movies to talk
yeah,
about it? Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So good. But yeah, I mean, I'll just reiterate, like I've said before, DC's animated game has always been on point. And that stuff is just like, dude, they were watching an episode today, and it's, I don't remember the name of the villain, but he had this thing called like, the mercy, the something mercy. And it's like this flower that latches onto you and shows you like your greatest desires, but it's paralyzing you while it's doing it.
So Martian Manhunter's not in that episode? Because it makes me think of an episode where he wants to go back to Mars and he gets like...
No, I didn't see him in that episode.
Okay, so-
But Superman is the one that I saw like the longest focus on. They do Batman too, and he goes back to when his parents were murdered. Spoiler alert.
For all Batman.
For all Batman things ever.
Yeah.
But Superman is like on Krypton, and it never exploded, and he has a son, and there's a moment where like he's coming to terms with the fact that it's not real, because the whole time Batman's like in reality trying to pull him out of it.
Yeah.
And when he's coming to terms with it, it's like it's emotional. I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is intense. And
Those shows, the Justice Leagues, both of them, were much more geared towards adults.
Yeah.
Just just like the themes. Like there's an episode in the original Justice League where Superman dies, and it's them dealing with like, okay, who are we going to replace with Superman?
crazy.
And Lobo shows up and friggin'
Really?
Yeah, and they're like, okay, join the team, and I'm like, what's going on?
Lobo?
Yeah,
That's
I'm
amazing.
like, this guy's got a space motorcycle, a shotgun, and they're like, hey, let's make him part of the team.
Lobo's an animal.
He's
like
something.
a mixture between Wolverine and Deadpool.
He is.
Lobo is
exactly.
Like, yeah.
So yeah, those episodes, there's just a lot of like more mature themes, but kids can enjoy the action too. Like
they've been loving it. There was actually a moment where I was like, this is like the action is so good.
Mm-hmm.
There's a moment where one guy's punching another guy in the face like over and over and over again. And then there's actually another scene with Superman when he comes out of it where he flips out because of like all the emotions he just went through.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, you don't usually see Superman like go all out like this. Like he you're like, is he gonna kill this guy?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, like how old are these shows? And they're like the best.
They're
so good. And we've talked about Batman before. It's just like, just what an amazing accomplishment those shows were, that they still last. Like I want to sit down and watch the whole thing again, you know? I was talking with a friend the other day too about, he watched, I think it was some kind of special on the Batman animated series about how they had these meetings about like, this is the tone we want to keep. This is like, we don't want to get too comical with certain things. And just, they were very specific with their intentions with the show. And it's just so good, I love it.
They're all available on Netflix.
All of them?
Original Justice League and Justice League Unlimited.
So exciting.
They've been there for a while too.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, watch them because they're good.
Man, they are good. And if I would say even it's like a good thing if you're like laying down, you're going to go to bed, you're like, I don't want to commit to a movie or anything.
Oh, so you want to condemn it to nighttime
It's
shows.
not a condemnation. I'm saying you probably won't fall asleep. You'll finish an episode. That's my guess.
That's funny that you bring that up because I have a new show that I've condemned to nighttime.
Oh, what have you done?
Nighttime madness. Well, I wouldn't. It's had the opposite effect on me because I want a show that I can watch where I can fall asleep and not care about it.
Sure.
But I keep staying up to finish the episode. And you're gonna laugh, but I've been watching Power Rangers, the original Power Rangers, and I have been consistently watching an episode every night. And I'm upset with myself that I'm sitting here watching Power Rangers at 22 years old. Like it's one of those shows that you should only watch as a kid and enjoy later on. You shouldn't watch it later on and enjoy it like you're a kid. Yeah. So
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I put it on and
you can't stop.
Because it gives me that feeling. My live action kids show that I watched was Goosebumps. And it was like cheesy, it was corny, and all that stuff. So this show is giving me that feeling Goosebumps gives me because the parts that aren't the Power Rangers part, it's so cheesy and corny.
So
but I'm
cheesy.
like, this is it. I'm
like
back
them in school and stuff?
Yeah, exactly. And just like,
oh, man.
Oh, what did Kimberly, she said something in the show the other day that I was like, I can't believe she said that because it was so 90s. It was a whole sentence of like radical, bodacious. Like she just said all these words and I'm like, that if anybody said that today, they'd be shot. You
it just
can't get by.
hold up.
Did
you start from episode 1?
Yeah, no, I started episode 2 because I was like, I watched episode 1, so I'm just gonna keep going. So the last episode I watched before the podcast, the Tommy arc.
Did you beat it? Did you finish it?
Did
you beat it?
No, I only watched the first half.
Okay.
And that's a crazy episode.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because it's like he basically kills Zordon. In a sense, anyways.
So are you at the end of the arc?
Well, I think it's 2 episodes, right?
It's 3. I think.
It's 3.
Yeah.
So I've only watched the first episode.
Okay.
I
think it's 3. It might even be longer than that.
Yeah, I only watched the first one, but yeah, he like totally destroys the Power Rangers, like defeats all 5 of them. And,
dude,
it's crazy.
You're delving into some history right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like
you're watching the origin of like the greatest Ranger ever.
Yeah, and it's so cool because I knew from the beginning when I started the episode, like I just keep going. Like every night I'm just like, all right, another episode. So I didn't know it came this quick.
It's early.
It's episode like 13 or something.
Yeah.
And so I knew it was him because they were like, "Oh, it's this new kid in school," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
They all wear their colors at
Yes.
school. He's wearing like a green tank top.
Every episode, and it's cool because you see Jason and him fight at the beginning of the episode, and it's like, oh my god, Red Ranger versus Green, and of course it ends in a tie because they're like, oh, we can't say which one's better. But yeah, it's so funny that I got sucked in.
It is so funny, dude. That cracks me up.
Well, I mean, partially because I saw the Power Rangers movie, and that was awesome.
I've heard that.
We'll go into that because that was so good. But yeah, that's why I went to it. The movie was so good that I was like, all right, I'll give this another chance.
It is funny how early Tommy shows up because I have a distinct memory of being like Red Ranger all day. There's no one better than Jason. Like, he is the man. And then Green Ranger shows up, and you're like, well, what about Tommy, though?
Is he is he like part of the team for a while?
Yeah, he's there. You'll see Green Ranger, and eventually you'll see White Ranger.
Which I'm excited for whatever that is.
That's a game changer is what that is. I wanted to revisit it, too, and watch through it all, and I haven't gone back since I watched, I think, the first episode, and then I jumped to the Green Ranger saga, because it's so good. I always think of that and compare it to like the Phoenix Saga and the X-Men cartoon in the 90s because it's a similar, just like this long arc, and you're like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, because it's so serious too, because it's like all the other villains that have tried before have failed, and he succeeds in everything, and you're like, oh my god,
you're like, there's some real tension here.
There's actually some meat to it,
dude. I love how I love his evil voiceovers. They,
my god,
crack me up. He's like, Rangers, you'll never defeat me.
The laugh, because he did so many like evil laughs. Yeah. And it's so great.
I can't even, dude, it cracks me up.
Like, it's obnoxious, but it's. He had that part with the bullies where they were gonna bully Kimberly,
and he does 100 spin kicks.
Doesn't touch anybody, but he just sits there and spins, dude. And those guys are like, "Oh, we're sorry." Well, and then they back away, and I'm like, he didn't even do anything. He spun in a circle, but it's funny.
Over and over again. That kills me.
And I'm
so happy.
Yeah, I'm slowly just getting addicted.
Do you have a crush on Kimberly yet?
Oh, dude.
That was, I'll never forget, like...
She's a babe.
Yeah, as a kid being like, what are these feelings?
Is this true love?
Is this love?
So yeah, that's it captured me.
Dude, when you're done with that, you can jump over to VR Troopers. You ever watch VR Troopers?
I don't think anything else is good. Unless they have a VR Troopers movie.
Just saying. No, I didn't.
What was that other one you made me watch?
Beetleborgs. That crap is
That's
awful.
the one I want to watch.
No, you don't.
I want to see Jay Leno zombie guy.
I know. I don't know what the deal is with that guy. So weird, but yeah, man, that's really funny that you're watching that. It's and I get what you're saying too, because it has a very specific low budget 90s kid show feel. It's all the camera work's the same. It's like a little bit, it's just goofy, and the sets are cheesy. And like,
for the first 8 episodes, they never went to school. They were always at that juice bar. They were there for 8 episodes straight. Yeah. And that was the only, I was like, do they have a different set? Like, they didn't even go to the Ranger headquarters. They went twice, I think.
Yeah.
But it was funny. And then eventually they start going to school. Like, they start having school episodes and stuff. So I don't know if they were making money, and they're like, okay, we'll build the set. Episode 10, you know?
And sometimes they have them on the mat, like, fighting each other.
Yes.
And I love how Zach is always dancing.
Always.
That's the best.
They're all just goofy.
And Jason's always got like his backpack, like one strap.
Oh yeah.
Like come on guys, come on Rangers.
Pterodactyl. Oh my god! Every time they do that, I laugh because they're
Mastodon. Are we gonna do this again?
No, I can't.
Tyrannosaurus.
All right, finish the other two.
What else are there?
Saber-tooth tiger.
I thought about it right there. Saber-tooth tiger.
We're so racist.
No, it's what she sounds like.
I'm just saying.
Maybe we're exaggerating a little bit, and it's extra mean because.
Who are we missing?
Did we say Triceratops?
Mastodon.
Pterodactyl. Mastodon. Triceratops. Yeah, I think it's that one. Billy.
Okay. Yeah.
Blue Ranger.
Poor Billy. Always gets forgotten.
Is Jazz's favorite.
Good.
I think it's just because he's blue.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that the
At least the
reason?
Black Ranger and the Blue Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
What else was I going to say about that? Yeah, man, I don't know. That show's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And there was another thing I was going to say. It seems to have left me.
That's okay. I can transition
Seems
to my
to
next show.
have left me. Pterodactyl!
Mastodon.
Mastodon. Man, Zach is always dancing.
Oh, wait.
What?
He just got lost in memories. I could see like a glaze over
And I
your
love that
eyes.
90s, like the background music. We've had this conversation because I talked about it a long time ago. So let's move on.
Yes. So another show.
Yeah, what's your other show?
So I gave you
Saber-tooth
homework.
tiger. What?
I give you homework.
I did not complete it.
You are the worst.
I couldn't watch anything.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, it does.
That's okay. I can still talk about it.
I really wanted to watch it. We could save it for next week. I'm getting internet in 2 days.
Okay. It's fresh in my head right now. It'll be fresh next time.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you folks.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, they won't hear this for like 5 weeks. Well, it doesn't matter.
2 weeks.
50. Okay, so
No, it
homework,
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't. I realize it.
Stop.
Shut up.
Listen, guys, you're hearing this the moment we record.
Yes,
This
so
is live.
homework for you guys. Watch a show called Black Mirror, Netflix original.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to get Netflix.
Yeah.
So get Netflix.
Yeah.
Then turn on Black Mirror. Watch episode 1 of season 3.
There's 3 seasons?
Well, yes, the first 2 were on British television, which
You're on British television.
immediately you know. Immediately you know, with British television,
It's awful.
best show
So
ever.
good, I mean.
Best.
That's what I meant to say.
It's like Twilight Zone for modern people.
Twilight with no vampires,
A little more vampires.
but all the kissing on the lips.
There is a lot of kissing on the lips.
I was listening to a comedian recently,
Mm-hmm.
and they made a joke about go back to reading your vampire books. I think it was Daniel Tosh.
Is that a dated joke? Not a joke about dating, but a joke
I
that's
mean-
old.
I don't know.
Mastodon!
Oh,
Okay, so we'll skip over Black Mirror. 'cause
I'm sorry.
Brett's a chump. And
I
can't even-
will watch it.
Did you ever do homework in school?
I did, dude. It got so bad though.
I
I
hate homework.
Okay, so I did it, and then, I mean, I just feel like I had that classic high school student trajectory where I just slowly did it less and less. Like, so it got to the point where I would wait until the end of the night. Like, it started off, I'd get home, and do it at like a reasonable time. Maybe right before dinner, maybe right after. And then eventually, later on in my high school career, I'd push it way late. And then it got to the point where I would like fall asleep doing it. And then I would push it to like, oh, I'll do it in the morning. And then I push it to like,
When you push it to the morning, you won't do it in the
oh,
morning.
it's awful.
Who would do
Why would you
homework?
do that
Yeah,
to yourself?
That's just...
It's terrible. Ugh, gross. And then I started like showing my teacher old assignments and trying to pass that and it worked a
What,
few
did the
times.
teacher walk by? And
Yeah,
be
the teacher
like,
would walk by and be like, check your homework. I'd be like, change
This
the
one.
date and be like, how's this look? And she'd be like, yeah,
I
looks good.
agree.
You did it.
Yep.
So sometimes is the answer.
Yes, that's fine. I was lucky and had the last class at the end of the day free period. So I always used to do my
That's
homework
garbage.
in school and then I was done.
Yeah, I would balance it like the classes that I had after my study hall. I would be like, I'm not even looking at that
I
until.
don't even have to touch it.
Yeah, don't even look at it.
Yeah, homework is the worst thing, I think.
Mastodon!
So let's go into movies.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, let's go to the movies.
Hi.
Hey.
Welcome to movies.
Welcome to movies.
I
My
watch-
name is Timothy.
And I am Brett. That's my accent.
All right.
Brett. So, do you have anything in movies? Whatever, Brett. This is...
Thor.
oh, yeah. Okay.
Ragnarok. That's a thing I've seen.
Yes, the Thor Ragnarok trailer.
Folks, I've been on media blackout.
I know. He hasn't had internet.
No internet.
No TV.
None.
How are you even alive? Oh, I see.
Because I can't
Feel my
think of
heartbeat.
anything.
We went
to say.
silent and
so
I
quiet.
felt my heartbeat.
Yeah, it's like the universe spoke to me.
And what it say? Well, I gave you Thor Ragnarok to hold you over.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I freaking love Thor.
I freaking love Thor too.
I think he looks equally as sexy with short hair.
Yes.
Spoiler alert. We do lose some hair in this one.
Yes, that is very depressing. But it looks like he has hair
Mm.
and then loses it.
Mm.
The trailer was awesome.
Trailer was so great.
I was upset after I finished it, though, because I feel like I saw way too much.
I mean, they showed you a good amount, but I don't care.
Okay.
In this instance, I don't care.
Yes.
A lot of times where I do care, because I watch this and I still don't really know what's happening.
I think because I know the story.
Yeah, I haven't read Ragnarok.
Yeah, so I haven't read it either, but I know like just bits and pieces of the story, like what happens and stuff. So
You're a cheater.
I am a cheater.
It's not cool.
So seeing certain scenes, I'm like, oh, that is that part. That is that part. So, but that it's
Yeah, see, I don't have that reference.
Yeah. So it's just a cool trailer.
Yeah, I mean, it looks great to me. I think the whole thing, I think, okay, so here's what I've always loved about the Thor movies, and it kind of carries over to a lot of movies in that genre. It carries like a weight and pretty heavy stakes where like the battles mean a lot and there's a lot of important things happening, and like the frost giants are threatening Asgard and people are dying, and like it's real intense, but then the humor in it is so on point, and this drink, I like it, is the best moment in history.
Love that.
I love it so much.
That's your
my Instagram handle. Like, I don't think I'll ever change it either. And it had a bunch of great humor in the Dark World. Is that what the second one was called?
Yeah.
The Dark World. Yeah. And also, I love the aesthetic of it, and I think this trailer just carries on all of that stuff.
Yes.
I think aesthetically it looked awesome. Effects-wise, even just in the trailer, looked incredible.
Oh, yeah.
And the moment at the end, you should just go watch this trailer right now. But there's a moment at the end where he's about to go into battle, and I didn't know if they were going to show you him or not.
Yes.
But Hulk comes flying out, and it's so funny. Thor just like, yes! And then
It was so good.
They went more comedic with it than I expected them to in the
Yes.
trailer.
I thought this movie was going to be very serious all the way through.
Yeah.
And I'm getting like a Guardians of the Galaxy vibe from it.
Honestly, when they showed him with his hair short, I thought it was Chris Pratt for a second.
Yeah, seriously, that's like
I was like, wait, is this like some kind of twisty twist where they captured Star-Lord and now he's fighting Thor?
oh, that'd be awesome.
I mean, it'd be super awesome.
I
but
mean, we have Hulk, so it's not
Yeah,
far fetched.
right.
But yeah, I want to know.
I agree with you. It felt very Guardians-esque.
Yeah, and I think that's like with the music and the the 80s like
Yes.
the font
The font, actually, to be honest, threw me a little bit.
Yeah.
I couldn't really figure that out. I couldn't figure out why they went with that.
I think because I don't know, honestly.
I didn't really see it, but I was just like, okay, it's a
Yeah.
font choice. Okay, so let me ask you this. Have you seen the Justice League trailer?
Yes.
How do you feel about it?
I think it looks good.
It felt weird to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. Because I think one thing, it looks very dark. I think they need to change the DC color palette.
So you think just like aesthetically speaking, it looks dark?
Yes, it like, compared to Marvel, like freaking Thor
Right.
Ragnarok, that was like everyone was bright and
So, right. Here's what. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, that's fine. I was just saying they were bright, and DC has been traditionally dark,
Right.
Like browns and greens and like darker
Yes.
colors, and their whole movies are like that all the way.
Yeah,
through.
yeah. Very true. What I can't figure out is like, so I saw the DC one, and I'm sorry, the Justice League trailer, and it felt weird to me because I felt like the tone was all over the place. Then I see the Thor trailer, the tone is all over the place, but I feel like it's good.
Well, I think because Marvel established themselves.
Is that what it is?
I think because like, if it was any other movie, like for instance, Get Out.
Yeah.
That gave me such a weird vibe because it's a horror movie, but there was a lot of comedy elements in it and
Right.
mystery, and it was a bunch of things in that trailer.
Yes.
That was like, I don't know how I feel about this, but Marvel, as you know, they have a lot of comedy mixed in, like they did Civil
Right, you
War.
already kind of know their style, I guess.
So like, Civil War, very serious, but also has sprinkles of comedy throughout. So, with Thor, it feels weird. Like it was noticeably weird, but it's Marvel, so you're like, all right, good enough.
Yeah, like I wouldn't even say that it felt weird. I was a little surprised that they went like they did like the full bit. It seemed like he's excited to see Thor, and then he says a couple funny lines. Excited to see Hulk, and then he says a couple funny lines afterwards.
Yeah.
I thought they were just going to give you like a quick funny moment and then go back to like but they actually give you a minute. It breaks the tension for a minute. And I was like, oh, I didn't really expect that, but I know that they do that. So overall, it was good, and I love his humor. Like, I really love Chris Hemsworth, like, his delivery and everything, especially as Thor. So I'm just excited about it in general, but I've just been put off by the DC stuff, and I think it's because they're not established yet.
Yeah.
Like, and it's been all over the place. Like, I don't know. And I liked Batman versus Superman. Like, we don't have to have the whole talk again, but I just feel like I'm super amped about Wonder Woman, 100%.
That every time
all
I see
around.
that trailer, I get goosebumps.
Dude.
With the like guitar solo at the end.
Oh
It's
my
like,
gosh.
oh,
I don't know who wrote that.
they're a genius.
That
though.
lead is like, oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
That blows my mind. Like, how do you wrap your head around composing a song that says Wonder Woman?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
any character with that kind of whatever you call
But I mean,
that.
they, Superman has his, whatever that
Yeah.
Superman song
The
is.
Superman song.
I know it. I can't do it.
But, like, this is a new,
Yeah.
like, when it plays in Batman vs. Superman, and she shows up, and it's that, like,
Yeah,
and you're like,
it's
oh, that's her song. That's her
You
jam.
know it's her. And it's funny because it feels like it's been with her all along.
Right.
Like, I feel like that is the Wonder
Yeah.
Woman theme.
It's
And
so
maybe it
good.
has been. I don't know anything about it, but
I guess that's possible. Do you guys know? Because I don't know.
tell us right now during the podcast.
Yeah.
We'll wait.
Why is that blinking?
Because it's about to do the 15 minutes. Brett's got a yawn.
We're gonna skip that section.
No, we're keeping it.
So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I think Wonder Woman's gonna be super dope.
But so the trailer, you just weren't feeling it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna watch the movie because I feel like I'm still looking for like, what are they trying to do here?
Yeah.
because it just the whole universe feels weird to me. It feels disheveled, and I don't get it.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to knock it out of the park with Wonder Woman. Or at least that's my hope.
Me too, man.
I'm very, very
Me too.
confident in this movie. But I think they're going to fall. They're going to go like a step back with Justice League.
Now, have you heard about Joss Whedon?
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
It's perfect for him.
it's massive.
Yeah.
It's huge for DC.
So we're talking about Supergirl, right?
Batgirl.
Batgirl, yes.
Yeah.
Freaking.
Yeah, so rumored. I don't know if it's been confirmed or not.
Yeah.
But last I checked, they were in talks with Joss Whedon to write and direct Batgirl. Which, I mean, I don't
That
know what
is-
else to say. You either know how awesome that is or you don't.
Yeah.
But I mean, the way he writes, to me, like, you give Joss Whedon an already excellent female lead, and then he's just gonna knock it out of the park. I mean,
yeah.
he's amazing.
Because
So,
his specialty is female leads. Like
yeah, I love. I mean, Buffy and Buffy and Buffy and all the amazing characters in Firefly, and I mean, just everyone. I mean, I'm just freaking everyone.
Which is
It's
crazy
so
that it went
good.
from Marvel to DC. Like, it's...
Yeah, it is nuts, but it's like, it's funny to me because if I really felt strongly that Zack Snyder was a cool choice. I felt like he could have like carried DC, like the DC movies in like a really cool direction, because I really like him as a visionary director.
Yeah.
And
See, but you said visionary director. I personally don't think he's a good... Like visually, I think he's amazing. 300, Watchmen, those movies, fantastic visual-wise.
yeah.
But as a director, I'm not sure if he's that good.
Yeah,
Like-
a lot of people aren't fans.
I mean, not to say Watchmen, like, I absolutely love that movie.
Yeah.
Right? And I think he did a great job, but I feel like his track record is a lot of all right movies and not, like amazing movies. But I don't know. I do like him though. I like him.
Yeah.
But I'm just not sure his directing abilities are there.
I felt like it could have been cool. Like if the whole universe looked and felt something like Watchmen, like, because Watchmen is also a DC property.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if the whole thing was kind of that, like, ominous feel. I feel like I know everyone's like, oh, DC needs to lighten up, but I mean, we already have the MCU. Like, I don't really need all the quippiness, like some jokes here and there. But if they just stuck dark the whole time, I mean, I don't know. But it seems like, well, then Suicide Squad was super weird, and I still don't understand how that's a David Ayer movie.
Oh, I know. I think there's a lot of Warner Brothers.
It's got to be because nothing outside of that makes sense. But so I don't know. All that to say, if Joss Whedon comes in, it's going to be a total game changer for DC, and their movies in general. And I think Wonder Woman's going to be boss, and I hope Justice League's great.
Yeah,
I really do. I just watching the trailer. I mean, the few things that turn me off is like I think the jokes don't really land for me. I don't. Maybe he'll be great. But I don't want another Flash because Grant Gustin to me is the Flash.
Yeah, perfected.
I don't want to watch another one. I think it's cool that they can do that. Originally, when I heard that they were recasting, I was like, oh, it's kind of cool. You get like multiple takes on the same character. But I'm like, I just want to see Grant Gustin. Like
he's earned it too. Like, and I wish Stephen Amell. No, yeah. I mean, Green Arrow. Yeah, he's not in the movie, but I want him to get his own Green Arrow movie. Like, like they've killed it in TV.
Yeah, I mean,
they've made it perfect.
So I think there's just some stuff like that I'm like, man, that's not the Flash. I already have one. I don't know. We'll see.
We will see. So I did like the trailer when I saw it, but I feel like it's gonna be another Batman versus Superman. Unfortunately, I think it's gonna be very divided.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes
for sure. Thor, I think, is going to be great.
Yep.
I've been a huge fan of both movies, and all things Thor related.
Of course.
So that's going to be good.
So I'm gonna transition.
Let's do it
to the Power Rangers movie.
Yeah, man. I've heard nothing but amazing things,
dude. It is so good.
And you went in with you have the general knowledge that anyone who didn't grow up watching the show would have. You know about the Rangers, you know, like the general concept and the costumes and stuff like that.
So that's, I was going in expecting it to be very like fan, not servicey. We talked about that.
I read the word used in the way that we used it the other day, where it had nothing to do with boobs.
Okay.
So I think you can use
Kimberly,
it.
What?
Actually, it was in. It was a Power Rangers review.
Oh, okay.
And someone was like, well, you do get some of the fan service at the end of like the Zords and blah blah blah. So I was like, oh,
it must be.
You can use it generally.
Yeah, I think if you're talking anime, it might mean boobs, but if you're talking, talking normal stuff,
we're not talking Mighty Morphin Power boobs.
You're right. We're not talking that.
Right.
We're talking Power Rangers.
Right.
It was fantastic. I think.
I'm glad we clarified.
It's. I don't know what else to say other than it was really good. Like as far as, I'm a sucker for origin stories. Like I love.
Yeah. So I've got some questions if you want some guiding in describing how you're feeling about it. You liked it? I'm just kidding. That's not one of my questions. So. Not having like a full background with the show and stuff like that, do you feel like there's anything you missed out on, or do you feel like...
I feel like people who don't grow up with Power Rangers may not enjoy it as much as I did.
Okay.
Not that I don't know. It's weird because I didn't grow up with Power Rangers, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I thought the action was awesome.
Okay.
They weren't in their suits a lot.
Yeah.
But they are in the Zords a lot.
Cool.
I don't know. It was weird how they did it. Like... The suit, I don't know. It's funny. It's actually formatted just like a normal episode, but for a 2 hour runtime. So it's funny because it's a lot of you learn all about the characters, and it's really cool how mature they are treating these characters.
That is one thing that I heard that made me really excited.
Yes,
is that one contrast I heard is that. In the show, all the kids are they're like the good kids.
Yeah.
And in the movie, that's not really the case. They give you a little more.
Yeah, they're all like outcasts or,
It's way cooler.
Yeah, it is much cooler because, and it's neat how they all meet each other. Like a few of them know each other from school. Other Rangers don't go to the school and they're just like kind of outsiders of the town and stuff. So it was really neat how they all met each other and all their backstories because you do get everyone's backstory. throughout the movie, little bits
Yeah.
sprinkled throughout. So, like this cast, I really am going to enjoy watching them in other Power Ranger movies.
Awesome.
So it's cool, and I hope they all stay. But they're
Sure they will, man. They're
Yeah.
about to ride this out heavy because
I
this was
hope
a
so.
success for sure.
especially with that after the credits scene.
There's a post-credit scene? Bro.
It's right. It's so good. I can't even
wait.
say.
So how did you feel about... Oh, I bet I know what it's... anyways.
it's
how
so
did you
cool.
feel about Rita?
She was good.
Yeah?
She was scary.
Okay,
She
cool.
is nothing like how she is in the show.
Yeah.
Not at all. She it's not really a spoiler, but she eats gold to heal and to gain
Weird.
her powers. So there's a really creepy scene early on in the movie where she's like looking for gold all over this place, and this like homeless guy walks up to her and he's like, "Hey, are you all right?" And it does like a close up, and he's got a gold tooth, so she jumps on him and like rips it out of him. I'm like, "Oh my god!" So you see like how vicious she is, and like,
Oh, man.
so
Dude, I'm so excited.
it's so cool because it's. Did you see that Power Rangers short film that came out a while ago?
The like rated R one?
Yeah, that. It feels as close to that as we can get
Really?
for an audience. So
Wow.
because it was dark. There were times where I was like, "Whoa, this is like there's deaths, there's things that happen," and I'm like, "Woo!"
I'm so stoked that they gave the attention to those characters that they did.
Yes.
Because this is... Okay. Let me compare it to when... I feel like what you're describing is what I wanted when the Ninja Turtles movies started coming out.
The new ones, like the 2014. Yeah.
Like I wanted attention to like relationships and some darkness and some emotion, and you didn't get that. But everything I'm hearing from people who are fans of the franchise or who are not, are just like, this is a really good movie.
Yeah.
Like super enjoyable.
And I think, even like I said, if you're not a fan, you may not get into it as much, but just overall, a movie by itself, it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's got cool action. It's got, some romance, some humor. Oh, well, lots of humor. Is it
funny?
It is funny. It's got its good variety of jokes. There's one that you always see in the trailer, but it's... I don't even want to say it almost because it's so funny. It's they're talking about the Black Ranger.
Yeah.
And I forgot his name in the movie, but it's the Asian guy. He's the Black Ranger, and he's like, "Oh, cool, I'm black." And then the actual black character of the movie is like, "No, I am." Like they go back and forth because he's like actually black, and the other one's the Black Ranger, but the black guy's the Blue Ranger. It's a good joke. I probably just ruined it for you.
I definitely have no idea what the actual joke is.
Yes.
So maybe that's good because when I watch it,
I'm sorry, I killed it,
it sounds like it's gonna be funny.
but it's good.
I'm excited about it.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that they did well with a franchise like this because it could have been just another like stupid big blockbuster style.
Yeah.
How are the effects?
Awesome.
Yeah.
They were really good. Like,
I gotta say, I don't know if I love the new costume designs compared to the old ones.
I wasn't sold until I actually saw them in action.
Yeah.
Because you get little sprinkles of it throughout the movie. You see like them, they get it for a second, then lose it, all this stuff.
Okay.
But once it's in action, once you see them fighting, it's cool. They look nice.
Yeah.
And I do have to say there is a lot of cheesy moments, but it's like a wink to the audience.
That's
like,
what I figured.
like
and
there
that's
are-
gotta be a hard line to toe.
Yeah,
but-
there's like the practical explosions, but they're like wicked goofy, like 90s looking, and I'm like, oh my god, and the putties, they look really cool there in the movie.
Oh
and
yeah.
there's-
Do they make turkey sounds?
No, I don't think so. Is that what they normally do?
Yeah, you've been watching the
I
show.
know, but I don't
They do that.
I don't listen to the putties. Okay,
Dude, you gotta listen to the
I
putties.
know there was one evil guy. Do you remember this like blue frosty lady who had really long nails? She was creepy looking.
Blue frosty lady.
I forgot her name. That's why. And then they had the genie that was like an anteater, and he almost killed them, but then they destroyed the lamp. That was a good episode.
That
too.
sounds familiar.
But anyways, going back to the movie. Movie
Yeah.
was really good.
That sounds awesome.
I'd probably give it like an 8.
Wow.
I was sold.
Yeah, man. I gotta see that ASAP.
Yep.
Cool.
And it was that good that it made me want to go watch the original series again
Right.
to like it.
You're an animal.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. What else?
Let's go to games, I think. I've seen more movies, but I'll save them for next time.
So Power Rangers, you give an 8, and you think everybody should see it.
You know what? I'll talk about one more movie, actually. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw Life. That's that alien one.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds, Jake Gyllenhaal. And
It was awesome.
yeah,
It feels like a modern day Alien, I would say. It has a lot of those elements where they're stuck in this spaceship being chased by this unknown entity.
yeah.
And
Creepy
it's cool.
suspense and
Yes.
dark and spacey and
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd heard in this movie that there's no gravity like the entire movie.
Oh yes, yeah. There's no
they're not obviously they're in space, but they're like there's a
not
weightlessness throughout the entire thing.
there's not a point in the movie where they land like and walk.
Right.
That's funny. I didn't even think about that until you just said that.
Yeah, I was listening to a spoiler-free review, and they had mentioned that, and I was like, what an interesting dynamic to add to...
Wow. I know. They had to do that whole movie on wires or in a real zero gravity area, but...
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that aspect of it. I was thinking about, like, conceptually how wacky that is, but yeah, to actually accomplish it...
Yeah, it must be even more work.
That's nuts.
Yeah. But yeah, because there is a lot of scenes where they're like just kind of floating all over the place, or like they're always like flat, like always in a position where they have to like swim almost, you know? That's cool. Like I said, I didn't even think about that.
So what genre would you land it in?
Horror.
Like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so nervous about Salem over there.
Hey.
Salem, my paraplegic sister, is
Don't sniff.
she's sniffing the
Don't
computer, and now she's giving us a look. Anyways,
That's right. Get out of here.
wow, Brett, she's paraplegic, and you're scaring her.
Well, I want her to roll out of here.
That is just awful.
That is real bad.
That's just nothing like a little terrible humor.
Oh my.
Brett, we have hit everything that we avoid. We talked about boobs. We talked about paraplegics.
We talked about not boobs.
We were racist.
Who was racist?
Go ahead, Brett. You were racist.
Who was it? That's how she says it.
I'm just saying
Saber to a tiger.
This has to be explicit. I'm not making it explicit. Anyways,
It's a cat. It's not a paraplegic.
he gave away the secret.
I mean,
49 episodes, Brett. You couldn't wait for our 50th spectacular to reveal the truth.
no.
Terrible. Anyways, speaking of not terrible,
Yeah.
Life.
You liked it.
Really good.
Rate it.
8. Wow. That was a day full 8s when I went to the movies.
A day for late.
Yes. It has a good ending. It has a lot of surprising deaths. Has a lot of very violent. Like
Really?
how people die.
How violent.
Like original Alien violent.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lots of alien comparisons.
Yes. Yeah. That's really what this movie felt like. You
Yeah.
know. And
That's what I'm hearing everywhere.
the creature in it is really cool.
Yeah.
It's like you basically see it from the second it's like formed
Okay.
all the way up. It like
And does it change?
yes, it
throughout the
evolves
movie?
throughout the whole
Okay.
movie. So
That's cool. I like
up
that.
until the very end. But it
And then it's just a xenomorph.
and then it's something all right. I'll say that much. But yeah, it's really cool to see it like because you see it go through its stages of evolution throughout the movie, and it's like
That's really awesome.
yeah, it's really cool. It must have been really cool to like design the creature.
Yeah.
And they did great with that. Not many special effects other than the creature itself, but they didn't need it. You know, it was just very cool.
Sweet.
Great acting, overall good
I
experience.
bet, man, that cast. I was like,
I know, seriously.
yeah,
I'm
man.
like, this is
I am in for that.
yes,
Is what I'm saying.
yeah,
I was gonna look up the cast, but I already know how awesome it is.
yeah. It's Jake Gyllenhaal.
And your mom.
Yeah, I mean she's in everything. Nice. So do you want to jump to games?
Yeah. I'm cool
Okay.
with that. Let's do it.
Video games.
You know what I realize? We haven't had coughing fits in a while.
No.
You know how we originally every episode coughed to death
Yeah, I do remember that. I was
have-
sick when we started the podcast.
for years?
Yeah, years. For years.
Yeah.
Months at least.
There's a big hole in your shirt.
Oh yeah, dude,
It's
this shirt's
funny.
so old.
It's like right here. I see into your soul.
Here it is.
Yep. Nice. Oh.
Yeah, welcome to games.
Yes. There's a game that was announced that's coming out next week.
What is it?
It's called, hold on, I got to look up the name.
Seriously?
No, I have it right here. I swear. It's, there we go. The Disney Afternoon Collection.
Oh, dude. Yes!
Yeah.
Yeah!
He's excited. So this is...
Tell us, Tim.
I'm telling you.
This game has every Kingdom Hearts game
No, I have that
and
over there.
Uncharted 1 through 8
I
and Grand Theft Auto 3 Special Edition
have some of those.
all on one cartridge.
Which is funny that they call it the Disney Afternoon
Right.
Collection.
It's strange, but it also comes with Cheez-Its
That is...
and yogurt.
What's
but
the pre-order bonus?
the pre-order? If you pre-order it now, you get a week's free lunch at school.
Okay.
So
And
any school you want,
Any school, okay.
you just show up at lunchtime,
Uh-huh.
show them your special edition, which also comes with Mickey Mouse ears,
Nice.
and you get a key that unlocks a safe that you have to find.
Uh-huh.
That's part of the game.
That's pretty awesome.
And it comes with a scratch ticket,
Uh-huh.
and you can win $5 on that.
Max.
Maximum $5.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
So
That game is
Disney Afternoon Collection, folks. You're gonna want it.
now. Ding ding. So for us not super rich, amazing fantasy livers.
Yeah, what is it really? Fantasy livers?
Yeah. People who live in fantasy.
Fantasy livers.
My liver is a fantasy.
Or maybe they're like evil organs from another planet.
What do they do?
I don't know. They're livers. People's livers. Like,
So they look like Krang?
yeah, kind of.
Although he's a brain.
Dude, how funny is Alpha's voice in the original
Oh
Power
my
Rangers?
God. We talked.
Rangers! Oh!
You are so good at it. I love it.
Oh no, Zorda!
Ah, freaking.
So
I love
good.
him. Every episode he shows up, I'm like, this is why I'm here. I don't
How's
care.
Alpha in the movie?
Good.
Sweet. All right, we're in games. Stop it.
I think, who does his voice? Bill Hader?
He does?
I think so.
I love this movie. All right,
Yes.
tell people what the Disney collection really is.
You forgot Afternoon. That makes a difference.
Tell everybody.
The Disney Afternoon Collection.
Oh!
Go ahead, do it in your voice. Or in... I'm so upset. Do it in Alpha's voice.
No,
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Disney Afternoon
It is
Collection
the Afternoon Collection. Oh!
is 6 games. 6.
6 games. Oh!
This is...
I'm not gonna do it anymore.
When
I'm
is this
done.
podcast going to end? Okay, so this is 6...
Stop talking so
Games.
slow because it makes me want to do it.
Because I'm scared you're going to do it.
No.
6 games. That,
You said 6 games like 100 times.
so this has 6 games.
What's in it?
It's got Darkwing Duck. 6 games, folks. That's,
6 games.
that's what we're saying. Okay, so it has Darkwing Duck. These
Holy
are
crap!
all...
It is Bill Hader.
Yeah, great. I couldn't even talk about these 6 games.
Oh, Bill Hader! Oh, Rangers! No.
He doesn't sound like that in the movie whatsoever.
That's why they should have had me do it.
Yeah.
All right, Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck, Chippendale Rescue Rangers 1 and 2,
Ah.
DuckTales
Yes!
1 and 2,
Ah.
and Tailspin.
Yes.
So these were games that are originally on NES and I think Super Nintendo.
Can we just talk about Disney video games for a second?
Yes, let's do it. How good are they?
They're so good.
They're like, I don't know how they do it.
We've talked before about their Genesis and Super Nintendo era.
Oh, Super Nintendo!
Oh,
God.
Um,
That's the most 90th thing I think you've ever said.
and Super Nintendo in Alpha's voice. You know, like Aladdin and Lion King, all those were the jam.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, on NES, there was a Mickey Mouse game that was super dope, and I can't.
Castle of Illusion?
Yes,
That's a good one.
that's the jam, son.
Mm-hmm.
And DuckTales is crazy good.
DuckTales is so good.
Darkwing Duck, I barely remember.
I
I
have
just
it.
love Darkwing Duck.
Yeah, Darkwing Duck is so cool.
And Gargoyles. You play gargoyles?
That should be part of the collection.
Bruh,
There's
I'm
no
saying.
reason that shouldn't be part of the
This
collection.
is like the duck collection.
It really is. And a bear. And chipmunks.
Yeah, I guess it's just 2 duck ones.
There's 3 duck games total. They're half of it.
Yeah.
So it should be the After Duck collection.
Half, it's the duck spin.
Dale.
Chippin' tails.
Chip and Tails.
Rescued. Dangerous.
Tails works for both DuckTales and
When there's
Tailspin.
trouble, you
Know who to call.
call DW. I want a Darkwing Duck
Titans.
shirt. I'll be right back.
Okay, he's going to go shopping. So, yes, this is a collection. They are all HD-ified. They all
That's amazing.
come with achievements and or trophies, depending on what system. It's a digital download. I'm not sure if they're going to do a physical release, but it's really cool. It's from Capcom, so, of course, you know it's going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, I guess they published all the games originally, so...
Oh, I didn't know that till right now.
I know,
Tim.
that's what I'm saying. But it's really cool. So I hope this leads to future Disney games. I would love like a Disney movie collection. So Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast for Super Nintendo.
I guess it was. I don't know what other ones they had.
I'll feel bad missing out. Little Mermaid,
That wasn't that era though,
but there was a Super Nintendo Little Mermaid game.
was there?
I think so. Look at that. Oh, that's awesome. That is so cool. I never got my Metroid sweatshirt.
What?
The person never sent it.
What? I ordered 2 shirts on Amazon. They never came. You get your refund?
I messaged them 2 days ago. About
Yeah,
it.
you'll get it, but you still need
I
that
know.
Metroid
I
hoodie,
was
bro.
so upset. I never got it.
Tim ordered a Metroid hoodie,
Yeah.
and I just found out right now that the guy never sent it.
What a jerk.
Maybe it
I
was
did
a
get
girl.
the sweet Nintendo 64 shirt, though.
That's sweet. Tim's wearing a Nintendo 64 shirt.
Nintendo 6012.
You
You know how hard it is to find Metroid anything?
Yeah, it's not easy.
I tried really hard to find a Super Metroid poster. I looked for that before I looked for movie posters.
That would have been dope. You couldn't find anything?
Nope. I mean, I found a Super Metroid poster, but it didn't fit that frame specifically. So I was like, well, what's the point?
You got the frame first?
Yes.
Yo, this one's even better.
Let me see. Is it
It's
purple?
like the shadow.
Oh, that's so cool.
Right. All right, I'm not shopping anymore.
Yes.
Do we know how much that's going to be?
$20.
That is worth it.
That is absolutely
That is worth it.
DuckTales and DuckTales 2 by themselves go for like $100.
That is worth it. I'm going to buy it.
Too bad you don't have internet.
Oh, shut up. Actually, I'm getting internet. The TV is a problem.
Yeah, so you can't even...
I got to sign in your Xbox and download the stuff.
Yep.
Girl,
Thanks.
I'm going to eat some pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Jazz's birthday's in a couple weeks.
Yes.
Pizza party, you coming over?
Of course. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Plans made.
What else?
Oh, of course. So while we were moving, you pulled up some awesome video game soundtracks.
Oh my gosh. You want to go into music? Because I'll flip out.
Yep.
I have other stuff in music too.
Okay.
It's all related to this.
Yeah.
Let's go to music, folks.
What are you listening to?
Remember how I always tell you not to make noises because I already made transitions?
Uh-huh.
I do whatever I want.
Wow. I remember when this was our podcast.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't either.
When I was telling Jazz not to touch my Leonardo figure the other day, someone said I'm the guy from Lego Movie.
I would go more Toy Story 2. That guy who has like Cheeto fingers.
Folks, I had to tell my son not to touch a particular action figure that I own because it's not even an action figure, it's a statue.
Yeah.
A statue.
A high quality statue made
High
by...
quality mold.
Who made it?
Good smile.
Good Smile. They made my good old Link. Nendoroid.
Nice. What if Link and Leonardo had a sword fight?
You know what would happen?
Who's the wiener?
Sonic music.
Oh, no. I was supposed to do it.
Yeah, you were. You
All right.
slow poke.
We're in music. Can we be in music?
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right.
Great. Another transition. Did you just transition us out of music because you did it?
Oh, shoot. Now what are we in? Nice. We're back.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear the Reading Rainbow song with DMX?
No.
All right. I'll show you that after.
Is that with the blind guy?
You mean the guy who plays the blind guy on Star Trek?
Yes.
Is he even blind, or you just have some weird eye grill?
Yes, it is. It's an eye
I never
grill.
liked Star Trek.
Well, Brett,
Did you ever watch it?
I watched the original series.
Did you like it?
It's pretty good. It's dated.
Your dad liked it.
Yes, he did. He liked it a lot.
Every time he watched it, I was like,
Get out of here, Star Trek. But the new movies are awesome.
oh, yeah, those are amazing. And I might appreciate them now.
Yes. The only one I've watched is the original, but they have a bunch of different series,
Yeah,
Enterprise
Next Generation.
and Next Generation
Yeah.
and all that stuff, which everyone says is so good, but
Yeah,
I have way too many things to watch to
Me too.
even think about
There
it.
are a bunch of old sci-fi shows that I want to see, though. Like, did you ever watch Farscape?
Nope.
I've heard Farscape's like one of the greatest sci-fi shows ever.
Yep, I heard
I never watched Battlestar Galactica. I really like sci-fi, though, so I
Yeah.
should probably watch that stuff. Any hoozle, we're in music.
Yes.
So here's what happened to me. Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't even talk about this movie in movies, but I watched a movie called Sinister.
How'd you forget?
I don't know, because it's been a week
You
of
have to
madness.
watch Conjuring soon.
All right, well, I got a bunch of stuff to watch. I found that actually at my house, and we have the DVD player, so I can watch that.
You have Conjuring?
I own that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I bought like that trilogy of modern horror. I bought
Oh.
Sinister, The Conjuring, and Insidious.
Oh, yeah, that
So,
is that exactly.
I have them all. Everyone was like, they're so good, and I bought them. So,
Yep.
so I watched Sinister. We're gonna probably do an episode on just that movie because I want to talk about it. Because we do what we want. But let me just say this: I loved that movie so much that the following day I looked up the soundtrack because I just had the songs from this movie stuck in my brain. Christopher Young did the soundtrack for it. He did. I actually want to look him up real quick. Have you listened to the soundtrack separate from the movie at all?
You played a few of the songs for me. There's that one that I can't do right now, but I like the second I hear it, I'm like, this is horrifying. It's that like the record one, where it sounds like a record, but it's the creepy like sounds in between.
It's got like the pops. Like what? What do you mean? It's the record one?
Yeah, like it sounds like a record because it has the pops and I can't think of the sound. It's like or what like that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, and it has like the the voice.
that is like imprinted.
Man, I just did it and heard what it. I just sounded like a sick goose or something, but the actual sound
is so scary.
Oh,
but
man.
yes, you played a few songs for me, and it's songs. What do you call it? Score, I guess.
score. Yeah. So Christopher Young, he's done. He was the composer for Spider-Man 3, The Exorcism of Emily Rose, Drag Me to Hell, Spider-Man 2.
So he's with Sam Raimi on like everything.
Apparently, actually, that's funny. I didn't realize that. And The Exorcism of Emily Rose was another film done by Scott Derrickson, I believe is his name, who did Sinister.
Oh, okay.
So let me confirm that because I'm a hack and I can't remember. Scott Derrickson. So I was right. Shut up. So he's done a bunch of composing. He's done some horror movies, a bunch of like action movie kind of things. And he's unbelievable. He's really, really great. This soundtrack in particular blew me away because if you watch the movie, there are very specific moments where in the movie, the main character, Ethan Hawke, watches a series of films. And because we're not in the movie segment, I won't go too much into that. But each of those films has like a specific song playing when he's watching those movies in the movie. It's very meta. And it's scored in a way that you can't even tell if you're supposed to assume that the movies, like when he's watching the movie, those songs are actually playing, or if they're just playing for you from the soundtrack.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was my experience, anyways. I was like, so did the song just start because he put that movie on? Or is that just
for us?
Yeah, is that the song cue in the movie that I'm watching? So because of the impact of those moments and those films that he watches, those songs just stuck with me. And so I looked up the soundtrack, and man, listening through it, it just brought back the whole movie. And I just love soundtracks so much. And there's something very interesting about the way that they can walk you through the story that you've watched already or played already. Because after I listened to that a bunch, I went back to the It Follows soundtrack, which is another one that just the soundtrack has so much character. It's hard not to just see the movie playing in your head as you're listening to it.
That is imprinted in my brain. I still haven't seen the movie.
You never saw it?
Never saw it. I know it's on. I've had so many opportunities, but I just haven't sat down and watched it. Mostly
so
because,
funny.
well, I don't like watching horror movies alone.
Yeah. You could probably handle that one.
Oh, did you see the It trailer, by the way?
I did, but not with sound. It was just on Facebook, and
Okay. Well, that was horrifying.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I watched the whole thing because I haven't. I don't remember the original like at all.
Really?
Yeah.
I recently watched that a few years ago just to see it. That still holds up.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of scary scenes.
Really?
I don't know who directed it, but I had to check that out.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It was just horrifying.
Yeah.
It's still really scary to this day.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of people talking about it. There's a bunch of Stephen King stuff that I want to go back and watch. But
anyways, so It Follows, that soundtrack is permanently in my head because we had like all the stuff earlier when we unboxed it.
yes, we did an unboxing of the vinyl. I
Yes.
bought the vinyl soundtrack.
You still have that?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know what sucks? Came with a download card, and I lost it. It got lost at work, and it mostly bums me out because now I have like an incomplete. I don't have the card that came with it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I can download it wherever,
Yeah,
but I just don't have the card.
I remember seeing the card when we unboxed it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I had it for a while, but I had it in my iPod case, so I'd remember to download it. And someone took my iPod case off of my iPod at work one day, and then I never saw the card
Why
again.
would they take the iPod case?
You couldn't get the wire in to play. They were playing music with the iPod,
okay.
and I don't know, stupid
Because
stuff.
you have every song ever on that iPod.
Yeah, I did, but not the
Oh, yeah,
It
you
Follows soundtrack.
Do you still have that iPod?
I do, yeah, but it
Okay.
got wiped clean at some point.
Oh, yeah.
This is a lot of weird background on my iPod history. But so I started with the Sinister soundtrack. I went to It Follows.
How scary is that to listen just by yourself?
It's pretty weird. Honestly, I had it playing in here. I was just getting really into, I mean, this is just how my brain works. I was just really getting into the concept of soundtracks, but specifically horror soundtracks. Like, how interesting is it to compose something that's just horrifying to listen to?
Yeah.
And then I'm just analyzing, like, what is it? Like, why is it that certain sounds scare you? And then I was having a conversation with a friend the other day about it, and he was like, well, I think it has something to do with the fact that you already have association with certain sounds. Like, growing up, you watch something scary, it has certain sounds, certain chords or whatever, certain notes. But like this soundtrack is so interesting because there's a lot of voices, there's a lot of like whispering, there's a lot of sounds that are kind of indecipherable. Like you don't even really know like what would make that noise. And then there's some electronic elements and like really blown out piano sounds like that sound like they're peaking and the mic's all fuzzy. And I don't know, man, it's so cool. But the whole soundtrack is great. It is very creepy. And I was listening to it at work and I was like, man, this is weird. And before that, I had it just on in here when I was packing and stuff.
Yeah.
And Rachel came in and she was like, what do you... She actually didn't say anything. I was like, does this music freak you out? And she was like, yeah, I probably couldn't listen to this for very long.
Yeah,
Which is understandable.
Yeah.
It's like, it's super off-putting.
it is.
You can't really find the CD anywhere. It's very hard.
Like it's something that I didn't even think existed. Like
Yeah.
I know the movie had a score and everything,
Right.
but it's funny. I can't remember except for that one like creepy that
Yeah,
one. But
right.
but when you were playing it for me, I like visualized the scenes that
Yeah.
go with it, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I can't believe my brain
It's crazy.
remember that because I can't for life. of
Yeah,
me.
I mean, I don't know if it's because I'm a music guy or whatever, but I for years now, I've been paying pretty close attention to soundtracks and how they work. Because what's kind of amazing is when you're paying attention, those scenes hardly even exist apart from those songs. Like they're so in your face.
Yeah.
The songs are so loud. And every cue in that movie in particular goes along with what you're seeing on the screen, like to a very minute detail, like which isn't always the case. Could just be something playing over the scene, but it's like certain hits and like "Bwah!" and like voices are happening at a certain time where you're like, is that happening on the screen? Is that part of the score? So I don't know. It's just like it's really kind of crazy to like understand the detail that went into that scoring that movie. So that kind of just sent me on this trail of listening to soundtracks, and I went through a couple horror soundtracks, and then I started remembering few years back, I just went on this trail of video game soundtracks, and I looked up some stuff because I was like, I wonder if they even exist. Started with Silent Hill because I was playing a ton of Silent Hill. I was super into it.
Yep.
And I looked up Akira Yamaoka, who was the composer of all the Silent Hill stuff. I think even the more recent stuff, like Homecoming and all that stuff. And I listened to some of that stuff on Spotify. And then I was like, man, I want to listen to the really old stuff. I listened to the Mega Man soundtracks. And then we went on this, like, rampage the other day.
Oh, my God.
So you were going to talk about that. So
I was just going to say, it was your moving day, Ed, so you just... Was it Spotify you were using?
I was on YouTube.
YouTube. And we just kept thinking of games and thinking of the soundtracks with them.
Yeah.
And it was like beautiful.
Yes, like literally go to YouTube. Here's what I did first. After the Akira Yamaoka stuff, Shadow of the Colossus. If you look up the Shadow of the Colossus soundtrack, I believe the composer is Kow Otani. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but those are the letters in some way or another. It's freaking beautiful. It is the most gorgeous. Like, after Rachel got freaked out because I was listening to It Follows and Sinister, I was like, how about this? And she was like, yeah, this is much better.
Yeah.
It's just like, one thing that I love is like when you separate it and you've played the game or you've watched the movie, it's like a different experience to just listen to the sounds that make that world.
Because every time, I'm not tired every show.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
This is the worst.
We're recording pretty late.
I know. Brett, it's only 10:30.
You're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to just let me say that. I'm trying to give you an excuse for yawning.
No, it's early. Because when you're playing the game or watching the movie, you are invested in the movie, not the score. So when you listen to it separately, you're like, oh, I remember like this boss or I remember this scene. But you also, I get what you mean. You just kind of feel different. It's a different way to
you almost
absorb.
don't recognize. I'm feeling like that's kind of the magic of the soundtrack is it goes so well with the visuals that you just recognize it as one piece.
Yeah.
This scene has this music.
Yeah, it's like almost looking at art or something. Like
Totally.
Like it's just all part of this one single package.
Yeah, they all made this one thing. All the colors, all the mediums made this one thing. Because before that was composed, I think about this with video games a lot because I would love to compose for video games. It would, oh my God, I would love it
I wonder
so
how that
much.
process works.
Well, I read some articles with. Sorry, I think I know what question you what you were going to say.
Keep going.
I read some articles with Akira Yamaoka who did the Silent Hill stuff, and he was saying they would just give me pieces of the game, and I would play through the levels and just kind of imagine what sounds I would hear.
That's pretty cool.
So think about playing. Okay, first of all, think about playing Silent Hill silent, which kind of freaks me out a little bit.
That's terrifying. So I wonder how far into the game they were, though. Like, I wonder if it's finished product or
I know.
if
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
a good question.
It's just like black and white, like early polygons and stuff. But anyways, that's and you're the sole guy to determine what
the whole sound design, which might be different. Like I don't know.
There's more people too who help.
Sure,
with you and stuff,
that's one in particular where his name is on like almost all of the Silent Hill stuff, and some of it's just weird sound stuff. Like there's one, I think there was one called like The Devil's Door or something like that on, I want to say the Silent Hill 2 soundtrack, and it's literally just voices. And it's the stuff of nightmares.
Aww.
But then there's like the theme. There's the do 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 like that. That piano lead. That was that just the movie or no? That's in the games too, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I forgot you had a cat.
Sometimes Oscar comes into here too. My paraplegic brother. But then there's stuff like Halo and Gears, and I don't know. Those are just like full orchestras, or I don't know if someone's composing that because a lot of those big. A friend of mine's a composer and he scores films, and a lot of that big orchestral stuff is actually programming. Yeah.
But
I know because I watched a documentary on Halo. The Halo soundtrack specifically was all like orchestral and like guitars and just like it wasn't digital. They all
Really?
yeah,
Like
they
a full
all,
orchestra did it? and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that?
exactly.
That's so freaking
yeah,
cool.
like the main Halo theme,
Yeah.
they had a whole choir and I punched the
awesome.
mic. Yeah, but they had a whole choir and they were telling these 3 guys to do the whole and then switch over to the.
Did you ever see that guy do that in the big, like, I think it's like an old empty church or something like that? I'll have to find it and show you afterwards. I don't even know what you'd have to search. I'll try to put it in the notes or something. But
church guy, deep voice.
yeah, it's just a dude in or some kind of cathedral or whatever, but just the reverb, the natural reverb in the room. He does the Halo song, just sings it.
Oh my
It
God.
sounds unbelievable, dude.
I'm not tired.
Stop yawning.
Nothing's boring.
Now I have to hold it back. No, I know. Sorry. I get it.
I feel bad.
No, don't. Yeah, I can't recommend, especially if you've ever played Shadow of the Colossus, I cannot recommend looking up that soundtrack enough. And so what we were doing, I don't even know if we ever actually said it. Oh, yeah, you did. We went on YouTube.
Yeah, it was quick. But.
Search the video game title and soundtrack, and you will undoubtedly find whatever you're looking for.
Yep.
And we were just playing. We'd play something for a little while. I'd be like, Tim, give me a game. And we would look it up. The Castlevania 4 soundtrack, Super Nintendo era, great soundtracks.
It's
Metroid, Super Metroid. So good, so nostalgic.
Yeah, I need to also add that they span all genres. It's not like they are all just 8-bit music.
Right.
There's 8-bit horror, there's 8-bit adventure, 8-bit comedy. It's all there's so many different genres within this genre. So
yeah, and I think stuff started to expand a little bit in the Super Nintendo Genesis era, where you have fuller music. And honestly, I could just listen to the Sonic soundtracks. You know
Sonic,
what I mean?
I know. There's a reason I say Sonic music
I know,
all the time.
and that's what. It's so funny because we were spending this day doing that, and I was like, by the end of the day, I was like, Tim, I think I'm starting to get it. I think I'm starting to get your thing with Sonic music. But the Sonic 2 soundtrack,
yeah.
So good.
So memorable.
I know, that's the thing. It just sticks out. We were driving around for a while, and at one point, Rachel was like, I can't believe we're still listening to this.
I know. And well, what was the one? It was the Marble Zone,
Yes.
See? See? It's so...
Dude, it's unbelievable. So, I got to point out, look up the Turtles in Time soundtrack. That was also Super Nintendo.
Yeah, that was just on a whim. I was like, I don't even know what kind of music.
Me neither. That was the one that I was like, you can find anything.
Yeah.
You can find anything on here. And it's so good. We looked up, you can find the Super Smash Brothers, the Smash 4 soundtrack, which is
5 hours. Is that what it was?
Something stupid like that.
And it's crazy because there's so many hours worth of music on top. You look at songs, you think, I love this band and they have 2 hours worth of music.
Right.
If you love this game, you could have 10 hours worth of music.
And that one's the compilation of compilations because you get all the Zelda music, or it's almost like getting the hit singles from all of your favorite characters.
Yeah, I think there's 5 Sonic songs in Super Smash Bros.
That's crazy.
It's Escape from the City, Live and Learn, all the main good ones.
So great.
You're right. It is the greatest hits of the greatest hits.
So if you're the type to with stuff like that, you can just rip that from YouTube.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Sometimes it's really long, but you can't. It's not like they sell soundtracks to a lot of them. Some of them they do. And I found the Silent Hill soundtracks, which I want to order again. I used to have them, and I sold them at one point.
Yeah, they're very limited quantity, unless they're which is funny to say, an indie game seems to have a lot more soundtrack, with Indie Box.
Yeah.
Those
That's a common thing.
Yeah, it has soundtracks with the indie games, but some of the big AAA titles don't even get a soundtrack.
Right.
Don't even get a
I did find one for Shadow of the Colossus, which again, I just can't stress how freaking beautiful that soundtrack is. It's so good, and again, you just don't realize how much of an impact it has on the game. Some of the more intense ones were God of War. Gears is so good.
Kingdom Hearts, I think, has one of the best as well.
I was going to tell you, actually. So I was on Spotify, and I was trying to, it's a little bit harder to curate, a radio situation on Spotify. Especially for a video game that you can't just type in video game songs.
Yeah, you had to find, a specific game, and then from there, they'll kind of jump around.
Yeah, and I did, there is a video game playlist, but it's mostly Assassin's Creed and Gears, which are both really good, but I wanted like a wide variety.
Yeah.
So I got one going where it was like, it included a ton of covers, and there are a lot of bands out there that specifically do video game covers. And some of them are more orchestral, some of them are like metal bands.
Yeah.
And a couple Kingdom Hearts songs came up that were just from Kingdom Hearts. And I was like, this is amazing.
Simple and clean. That's the like main theme.
Okay, I think that one.
That gets redone millions of times. And I've heard it so many times because I really love it. And it's just crazy how good of a soundtrack that is. But they did come out with this like anniversary soundtrack in Japan only.
Really?
But it's like $150. I want to get it though. It's from all the games up until I think the one right before whatever it's called 3D Kingdom Hearts 3D. Okay. So, but it's like
that's pretty solid.
Yeah, it was like 20 hours of music. It was obnoxious.
Man.
Expensive, but it's cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think I was looking at I actually found a physical copy of the Shadow of the Colossus one online.
Did you check Bull Moose? They always seem to have like a weird...
I didn't look it up there. I'll check. But yeah, I mean, because there was one Bull Moose, I think, up in Maine that had... or it might have been Portsmouth even. They had like a couple Final Fantasy soundtracks and stuff. Because people just sell their collections, you know what I mean? So, but if I can find the Shadow of the Colossus one, I'm definitely trying to get that.
So, did you find that one? How much?
I found it. I want to say it was like $50, but I mean, to me is honestly worth it.
Yeah.
I really like physical copies of stuff. It's my favorite game ever.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know they made physical copies of it.
I'm still on the hunt for the Sonic Adventure soundtrack.
Yeah.
That eludes me.
Dude, I would literally buy the soundtracks to like these older video games. Like if they made a Turtles in Time soundtrack and put it out physically, I'd totally buy that.
Oh, absolutely.
But they just don't do that stuff. And I mean, it makes sense. I don't know how many people are into that, but I don't know, man. It was really fun, and I've been doing it now. You just go on YouTube and like, I'm going to listen to this. And going from level to level, especially on the older games, looking up Streets of Rage and Double Dragon, and dude, it's so cool. So I'd advise anyone to go on that little ride.
Yep.
Oh, it's amazing. All right.
I love it.
Can we talk about food now?
Yes.
All right, let's do that.
Delicious.
Did we? Oh, we didn't hit technology. I was going to say, did we hit everything? But
we didn't do...
We did TV, movies, games, music, food. We didn't do stupid questions and technology.
Or reading.
Oh, we never do reading.
But I want to.
I could do it, though. I have been reading something, but when does that come in? Have we ever done a reading one?
Yeah. Yeah, when we've done Deadpool and Turtles. Yeah. I think you read one thing once.
Probably.
You were reading Civil War at one point.
Yes.
I don't know. But now we're in food.
Yeah, let's talk about food.
All right, here's the thing. Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
All right.
I feel like we talk about Taco Bell a lot.
We kind of do.
I didn't like Taco Bell until the the end of last year. Because I didn't like tacos for a very long time.
That's weird.
But now I have an adult palate.
Right, your tastes have been changing.
Yes.
So we won't be here too long. I just wanted to say that there was a time where we talked about the Triple Double Crunchwrap.
Which I had that on Friday.
You did?
Yes.
All right, so like...
A spicy one.
You gotta. Yeah. That's what I'm getting at.
Yep.
So I had one, and I think last time we talked about it on the podcast, I was like, man, it was basically like just a crunch wrap. First of all, I take that back. It's not just a crunch wrap.
Nope.
Secondly, I got the box recently. You get the Triple Double Crunch Wrap.
I feel like we've talked
box.
about the box like 10 times.
I mean, it always exists, but I haven't gotten the Triple Double box.
Oh, so
they always have the box, but they add.
So this is separate from the Dorito box, like the one.
No, it comes with a Dorito taco.
Okay.
I don't think we talked about this.
I'm pretty sure we did.
You and I did. I don't think we did on the podcast.
I think we did. Go ahead, though. Keep going. I'm like, well, you actually just listen to all the podcasts, so you would know more than I do. But I swear we talked about this before.
I know you and I did, but I thought last time we talked, I was like, oh, we got to talk about the spicy one and how good it is.
I don't know. I'm getting super deja vu.
I mean, it may have come up before. I'm just saying I got it.
Go ahead. Tell me your wonders.
Whatever. I got the box and it's good. I think everyone knows what it is. I don't have to talk about that. I'm trying to talk
about it before. Everyone knows what it is. I'm having a fun time.
The spicy Triple Double Crunchwrap is very delicious.
Yes, it's got this special spicy ranch. It's
Yes.
got the jalapenos.
Yes.
Which those pack a punch, man.
Pretty serious.
I was eating one, like I said, Friday, and I got like 10 jalapenos in one
Yeah.
bite. And I was like,
yeah.
it was good. But
It's for real. And yeah, it's just on point.
you know, one thing I don't like about Taco Bell is they don't really have any sides. They have the like cinnamon.
The tacos are kind of the cinnamon. Those are dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about those.
We almost got the grande box, 10 tacos for $13.
Pretty solid deal.
Not bad.
Yeah, but I'd prefer to have something. Whoa,
There's Oscar, the paraplegic brother.
scared of this animal.
I know he's a little more feisty.
Why are they allowed in here now? The world has changed on me.
I let him
Tim.
in here because of the mice.
They're not. The mice aren't in here.
I have a lot of secret snacks
You're weird.
that they're gonna find. Like
So-
behind him. I lied. There wasn't anything.
Goodness gracious. I just wanted to update and let everyone know
That
that
you
the
still
triple
love
double
Taco.
contract. You just made me say contrab. I think I'm officially tired.
Oh,
It's delicious. Get the spicy one. Spicy ranch, jalapenos. Can't go wrong. It's delicious.
sour cream.
Sour cream.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other stuff too. I just wanted to point out.
No,
Yeah,
that's
sour cream.
the three. Yeah. I'm just-
Sour cream.
I thought we were talking about it in ingredients.
Sour cream.
Sour cream.
That's it. Sour cream.
Yeah. Taco Bell is always good.
Doesn't suck.
It's been a while since I've been to anywhere else, which is fun. I went to Fridays, got unlimited apps.
I went to McDonald's today.
What'd you have?
3 McDoubles. Nice. I said 3 McDoubles, no ketchup. They gave me 3 McDoubles with a ton of ketchup and no pickles.
That.
I don't know.
What?
They were close, I guess.
No, they weren't.
Nah.
They said no pickles. I at work, I had one of my friends make a pizza, and I was like, "Go light on the sauce." He gave me no sauce.
I mean, he went light.
Yeah, but what's a pizza without sauce?
Good.
It was a good pizza. It was cheese, bacon. I had a bunch of stuff on it.
He
but
went no sauce. That's really funny.
That is
actually.
really fun. I was like, "What is this?"
Am I being punked right
I was
now?
like, I mean, it was good, but you missed the sauce.
What kind of apps did you get?
All of them. All of them.
Did you get all of them?
I did. I got potato skins, mozzarella, chicken. That was it. That's all we had time for.
That's pretty good.
That is good.
That's good.
Yeah, because they have the garlic parmesan chicken.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So good.
They changed around the potato skins. I think they made them cheaper because now they have endless apps year round.
Ah.
So they're like, oh, you're gonna get the cheap potato.
They
skins.
still good or not?
Oh yeah, they're fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're fine.
They're fine.
All right.
But now they have a fried pickle.
You're a fried pickle.
You can get fried pickles. They have meatballs. Still have the pot stickers. They got rid of some stuff though. The crispy green bean fries.
Nobody cares about those.
Those were good.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Whatever.
They're not pot stickers though.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't get them. I was going to, but all right. Brett's falling asleep right now.
I'm a little tired.
That's okay. We it's about time. Then.
Yeah. This is 49.
Yes.
What are we gonna do for 50?
49 for audio. Video is going to be an explosive explosion.
Nice.
But audio, who cares?
I mean, hopefully some people.
No, I care. Nice, doing the yawn. I know, 50.
50.
That should have been 50 consecutive weeks.
Yeah, it should have been.
But it's like,
There was just problems.
yeah, it's just,
Things happened.
hey, we made it to 50. A lot of people die after 2.
It's true. We can't, man. I really love doing this, and I really hope, within I want to say like this year, I hope we gain some new, stronger audience. You know what I mean? More people to interact with.
Everyone who's with us already, I appreciate.
Yeah.
We had some reviews.
I don't mean stronger than who we have. Let me clarify. I don't mean stronger in comparison. I'm just saying like more
Yes, you want more friends,
of
Brett.
you.
I get it. You're a lonely guy.
That's all.
I'm your only friend.
It's true.
It's okay.
And you stole my room.
I had to.
You didn't have a choice.
It's my room.
Reviews.
Yes.
Should we read them?
Yeah, sure. But it's people's private. No, it's actually.
It's like one of the more public things you can do on the internet.
I think you have to go to podcast, don't you?
Is that how you find them?
I think so. Well, can you look at the profile from the? Yeah. I don't know.
I think I was on the right track, and then
Yeah.
you. Yeah, thank you to everyone who listens and watches. That's all I'm trying to say.
That's it. Brett is.
He's
He's getting that midnight madness.
I'm
seeping
done.
In.
We'll see you guys next week.
Yes, and I finally will be editing the.
You
video.
will?
Yes. Now that I moved and we're good, I'm gonna. Now that I have my area to focus.
So the whole time I just needed to move out.
Yeah, that was it.
All
now I
right.
have my computer zone
Yep.
and my chalk zone.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
So that's it. Every week, starting 5 weeks from now, you'll be getting content.
Yeah. More content. I'm excited, man.
I know.
I'm getting excited again because really the moving and everything, it was on my brain.
Uh-huh.
You know?
And now that I think we are in an established area,
Yeah.
we can record.
I mean, I'm just going to let you get away with that.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're talking about.
We're just free.
We're going to show you guys things that you have never even dreamed of.
Like
YouTube videos.
I mean, he hit that coffin on the nail, if I ever heard one before.
Nailed it.
Get it? 'Cause he said coffin on the Now you know. My eyes are blind.
We'll see you guys next time.
I am
Thanks.
the future.